Well, we just set Mr. Camera here and try to start it up. I got my one vacuum line going into the tanks, so it's not leaking. I don't have anything there for PCV valve and brake boosters hooked up. Anyway, we'll start it. Well, it's not high idle. Down a little. Sounds pretty good. Well, I couldn't get the thing to idle. It runs good, but I had my idle screws all the way out and still too high. I sprayed some carburetor cleaner on it, and that base there was leaking. I used shellac on it. Probably wasn't the best idea, so I'm gonna coat it all again. And this time I'm going to use silicone on it, and I know that'll work. I'm back here on the Ford after all the trouble of replacing that pan gasket. Still leaking oil, so the only thing left is this seal here in the crankshaft. I've already pulled the radiator out. That was pretty easy. Now I gotta disconnect the power steering pump, move it back, get all this fans and stuff off of here. The alternator, you can disconnect it, move it back. Got all the hoses off, got to get the brackets out of the way. Not sure, I think I can leave that bracket. Just pull the alternator out. We'll see. And I can get all this fan and stuff off of here. And get into that timing chain. The timing chain cover's got the crankshaft seal in it, so got to break this all down. I ordered myself a harmonic balancer puller. I think I'll be able to get it off. Shouldn't be too much trouble. And pull that water pump and everything off there, and press on. So a lot of taking. By the way, here's my new seal. Just a simple little thing. It was kind of funny. I got it from a place called D&J, domestic and Japanese. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Their little logo there. Anyway, got a bottom of the pan seal, water pump seal, and the main seal that goes into the cover. That's what I got to put in. Well, I got this timing cover off of here, and it all came out pretty easily. And I found my problem when I pulled the dampener off. You can see a couple grooves in it here. Well, that'll make it leak oil. And they make a sleeve that goes over this. And when I pulled the timing cover off, there's a sleeve. And this seal here is probably alright. It's kind of screwed up. But this is supposed to go over this thing here, and it gives you a smooth surface for the seal, but it just slides on and off. So they tried to repair the dampener, and they did it all right, except this is supposed to have red Loctite on it. You know, once you put it on this dampener fully, see, that's good. Now the seal's got a nice smooth place to run on, so it won't leak. But because they didn't glue it or anything on here, it just turned, and of course it just pumped oil right through the mating surface. And it's probably a lot of work for nothing, and $1 worth of Loctite or anything, you know, super glue, anything that would have sealed it and made this turn with the dampener would have solved the problem. And these bolt holes here are kind of stripped. I think there's enough in there to get another bolt in. We'll see. This one's really bad here. Almost no threads in it. I should probably helicoil them. That one would work. That one might work. This one almost gone. So I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to check and see about helicoils, because these bolt the bottom of the fan to it. I'm sure I can get enough silicone to keep it from leaking. In the meantime, I've got my new seal here, and I'll knock this old one out, press in the new one, and it should be good to go, and see what I can do about these bolt holes in here. Put some Loctite and put it on that dampener. Decided I'd helicoil these, and I drilled them and ran the tap down in there. I'm sure You guys have probably seen this before a lot, but I'll go ahead and get it set up and put a Healy coil in and show you. Well, once that's threaded, you get a little tool that screws into the Healy coil, and all I'm going to do is take it just like a thread below the surface. The tool comes out, and there's a little pin in the bottom. Let's break that pin out, and there I got me a nice fresh thread, and that'll squish this pin up pretty good. Got one more to go. I'll move it around, and now there we go. All three of them are in and straight. So now that'll give that pin gasket a good chance of clamping. I'll go ahead and clean it up, drive that seal in it, see what's happening. First thing I'm going to have to put my spacer on my crankshaft pulley. Well, I gooped this up good with this permanent red thread blocker, and got it on the dampener pulley. It went on pretty easy, and tapped it down. I'm pretty sure that that's good enough, and it's the seal is this is the old seal. Seal's going on it good, not a problem. Of course, there's nothing in here, but that should be permanent. This won't spin anymore, and there'll be no oil going past it. I mean, there might be a couple drops, but nothing like pumping it out like it was before. Well, I got it all back together. Cleaned it up a little. I found another set of timing marks over here, but you can't see them. Yeah, you probably could, but those you can see, and I've got the flywheel marked good. My spacer and crankshaft pulley and everything went on there good. I oiled it up real good so I didn't scratch the seal. Fired the motor up, blew this alternator belt off. It's just soaked with oil. It's stretchy. I'll probably have to replace that, but it's all in there, and I don't have any water in it. But I ran it a few minutes, and then I crawled under there and checked it. I don't see any oil leaks. Probably didn't run it long enough to do any good, but I'm 99% sure that worked. I ordered another seal. I'll probably just send it back, or maybe I'll just keep it. And if I ever have to do this again, I'll have a seal. Now I got it running. Put all the hoses and radiator back. Not idling perfect. Not sure what it is. I don't think this air screws any different. Get in there to it. Now open it up half a turn. Idling better. I still think that's a bad distributor, but running good enough. actually. Probably all them valves are dirty and gummed up. But I think it's that distributor's jumping time. I'm not going to mess with it for right now. Just going to let it run and get hot. Check on my belts and hoses. Make sure I don't have any leaks. I put new plugs in it, so lifters could be sticky. Who knows what that mess is. But I did order a new distributor, so that should make some difference. But everything's good. I don't know what this oh yeah, I put the heater on high and defrost working good. Now we'll just try a mix. Yeah, I'll have to fix some vents here. Oil's on the high side of normal. Looks like it's just opened up the thermostat there. I'll let it run a little longer, but seems to be pretty good.